Welcome to Top Celebrities Data. Behind the glitz, glamour, and iconic red carpets, every Hollywood legend has a final chapter. A private farewell written in ink. Their last will and testament. Some left behind fortunes. Others, shocking secrets. Today we uncover what these legendary actresses truly valued, not in the spotlight, but in their final wishes. Judy Garland, whose unforgettable performance in The Wizard of Oz cemented her as a Hollywood legend, passed away at just 47 due to an accidental overdose. Despite her fame, she left behind a modest $40,000 estate, divided among her 3 children. Sadly, overwhelming tax debts erased most of its value. Audrey Hepburn, remembered for her elegance in Breakfast at Tiffany's and her tireless humanitarian work with UNICEF, died at 63 from appendix cancer. She left behind a $55 million estate intended for her 2 sons. However, a lengthy legal battle unfolded over its distribution. Katherine Hepburn, winner of 4 Academy Awards and known for her fearless performances in classics like The Lion in Winter, passed away at the age of 96. Her $20 million estate was left to family members and charities, while her personal memorabilia and property were thoughtfully donated to institutions. With a career marked by unforgettable roles in All About Eve and a reputation for fierce independence, Bette Davis won 2 Academy Awards and shaped generations of actresses. When she passed away at 81 from breast cancer, she left most of her estate to her adopted son and assistant, deliberately excluding her daughter and grandchildren from the will. From Hollywood stardom to royalty, Grace Kelly enchanted the world in Rear Window before becoming Princess of Monaco. Her life ended tragically in a car crash at 52. Despite her fame, her will left just $10,000 and a house in Ireland, with the remainder of her estate inherited by the royal family of Monaco. Celebrated for her dual Oscar wins and her groundbreaking role in Gone with the Wind, Olivia de Havilland lived to 104, becoming a symbol of Golden Age resilience. Upon her peaceful passing, she left most of her estimated $50 million estate to her daughter, with indications that a portion supported charitable causes. Known for her iconic role in Singin' in the Rain, Debbie Reynolds captivated generations with her charm and talent. After passing at age 84 from a hemorrhagic stroke, just a day after her daughter Carrie Fisher, she left behind an $85 million estate to her children and beloved granddaughter, actress Billie Lourd. Elizabeth Taylor, the legendary actress and fashion icon, passed away at 79 due to congestive heart failure. Known for her Oscar-winning roles in Butterfield 8 and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, she left behind an estate worth over $600 million. Her will generously provided for her children, grandchildren, and numerous AIDS-related charities. Carrie Fisher, beloved for her role as Princess Leia in Star Wars, died at 60 from cardiac arrest. Beyond her iconic screen presence, she was a brilliant writer and mental health advocate. Her $25 million estate was left entirely to her daughter, Billie Lourd, and notably included rights to her image and likeness. Lucille Ball, the comedy legend behind I Love Lucy, died at 77 due to an aortic dissection. As one of the most influential figures in television history, her $40 million estate was divided among her children and husband. A trust she established ensured the assets were carefully distributed into 3 parts. Joan Crawford, star of Mildred Pierce and a formidable presence in Hollywood's golden age, died at 71 of a heart attack. Her will left most of her $2 million estate to various charities, intentionally disinheriting 2 of her adopted children, a decision that later drew public attention and controversy. Greta Garbo passed away at the age of 84 due to pneumonia and renal failure. Known for her enigmatic screen presence in films like Camille and Ninochka, she left behind a $32 million estate. In her will, she named her niece as the primary beneficiary, and as per her wishes, her ashes were scattered in Sweden. Marilyn Monroe died tragically at 36 from an overdose, ruled as suicide. The screen icon of Gentlemen Prefer Blondes and Some Like It. Hot left a complex will. $10,000 went to her assistant and half-sister Bernice, $5,000 for a child's education, and $100,000 for her mother's care. 75% of her image rights were bequeathed to her acting mentor, Lee Strasberg, later inherited by his wife. Lauren Bacall passed away at 89 following a stroke. Renowned for her roles in To Have and Have Not and The Big Sleep, she carefully distributed her $26.6 million estate. Her will provided for her 3 children, grandchildren, longtime staff members, and even included a provision for the care of her beloved dog. Rita Hayworth passed away at 68 from complications related to Alzheimer's disease. Her $10 million estate was entirely left to her daughter, Princess Yasmin Aga Khan, who went on to become a prominent advocate for Alzheimer's research, honoring her mother's legacy. Ava Gardner died at 67 from pneumonia. Though she had once ruled the silver screen, her final will was modest. She left her Spanish estate and assets to her beloved sister, and made a few small gifts to close friends. Her legacy lived on through her classic films and elegance. Lana Turner died at 74 due to oropharyngeal cancer. Her $1.7 million estate was surprisingly left mostly to her loyal maid of many years. This decision caused controversy as her daughter contested the will, yet the gesture reflected Turner's appreciation for those closest to her in private life. Mae West passed at 87 after suffering a stroke. Known for her sharp wit and bold screen presence, she left a $1 million estate to her sister and a symbolic gift to her official fan club. Her will captured her flair for drama and loyalty to those who celebrated her career. Jane Mansfield died tragically at just 34 in a car crash. Despite the shock, she had prepared a will, leaving her $600,000 estate to her husband and children. However, significant debts reduced the actual value. Her brief life left a lasting impression on Hollywood. Doris Day passed away peacefully at 97 due to pneumonia. True to her lifelong passion for animals, she left her $200 million estate entirely to animal welfare organizations. She declined a funeral or headstone, reflecting her quiet humility. Her legacy lives on through the Doris Day Animal Foundation. Betty White died at the remarkable age of 99 from a stroke. Her will directed the entire $75 million estate into a trust benefiting animal charities, her lifelong cause. Personal belongings were auctioned for charity. Her warmth and advocacy for animals remain unforgettable. Susan Hayward passed at 57 from a brain tumor. Her will left her entire estate, valued at approximately $1.3 million following her divorce, to her twin sons. As an Academy Award winner, she left behind not only a cinematic legacy, but also a private testament of maternal devotion. Natalie Wood passed away at the age of 43 in a tragic drowning incident in 1981. Her $2.5 million estate was divided between her husband, actor Robert Wagner, and her 2 daughters. She also left personal belongings, including cherished clothing, to her beloved sister, Lana Wood. Angela Lansbury, the legendary star of Murder, She Wrote, passed away peacefully at age 96. She left behind a legacy in both television and theater. Her $70 million estate was bequeathed equally to her 3 children, ensuring her family remained cared for after a long and impactful career. Anne Bancroft, best known for her iconic role in The Graduate, died at age 73 from uterine cancer. Her $15 million estate was left primarily to her husband, Mel Brooks, and their son. Her final wishes reflect a deep devotion to her family, with private services held in her honor. Hedy Lamarr, the glamorous star and inventor, passed away at 85 due to heart failure. Most of her $3.3 million estate was left to her children. However, one of her sons was intentionally excluded from the will, a decision that sparked some controversy after her passing. Barbara Stanwyck, a celebrated star of both film and television, passed away at the age of 82 due to complications from COPD. She left behind a $10 million estate, which was entrusted solely to her adopted son, Dion. Her legacy in classic Hollywood remains timeless. Glenda Jackson, the 2-time Oscar-winning actress and former UK Parliament member, died at 87 after a brief illness. Her estate was passed on to her only son, Daniel Hodges, reflecting her private yet influential life in both politics and cinema. Margot Kidder, best known for playing Lois Lane in the Superman films, passed away at 69 in a tragic act of suicide. She left a modest estate of $300,000 to her daughter. Her request for her body to be consumed by wolves was not carried out, but her legacy endures. Kelly Preston passed away at 57 after a private battle with breast cancer. Known for her roles in Jerry Maguire and Twins, she left behind a lasting impression in Hollywood. Her estimated $180 million estate was likely inherited by her husband, actor John Travolta, and their children. Adrienne Shelly, a gifted actress and filmmaker, was tragically murdered at the age of 40. Her $676,000 estate was left to her husband Andy Ostroy and daughter Sophie. Her will also included a clause encouraging support for the Adrienne Shelly Foundation, which fosters women filmmakers. Inger Stevens, known for her roles in The Farmer's Daughter and Hang 'em High, died by suicide at 35. Her $2.5 million estate became the subject of legal disputes, but was eventually divided between her family and several charities, as outlined in a posthumous court ruling. Jane Wyman, an Oscar-winning actress and former wife of Ronald Reagan, passed away at 90. Her estate was left to her son, Michael Reagan. In lieu of flowers, donations were requested for the Arthritis Foundation, honoring her long battle with chronic illness. Fay Wray, immortalized for her scream in King Kong, lived a long and graceful life until her natural passing at 96. Her $6 million estate was bequeathed to a small circle of trusted friends, reflecting her discreet and loyal nature. Zsa Zsa Gabor, the glamorous Hungarian-American icon, passed away at the remarkable age of 99. Known for her lavish lifestyle and bold persona, she left her entire $40 million estate to her 9th husband, Prince Frederick von Anhalt. Chita Rivera, a Broadway legend who reshaped American musical theater with roles in West Side Story and Chicago, passed away at 91 after a brief illness. In her will, she requested that memorial donations be made to AIDS-related charities, reflecting her lifelong support for the LGBTQ+ community and public health causes. Joyce Randolph, best remembered as Trixie in the classic sitcom The Honeymooners, passed away peacefully at age 99. As one of the last surviving stars of television's golden age, her legacy lives on through generations of viewers. Her estate was likely bequeathed to her only son, Randy Charles. Claudette Colbert, Oscar winner for It Happened One Night, was a pioneer of elegance in classic Hollywood. She died at 92 from a stroke. In her will, she allocated $500,000 to her family, with the remainder of her multi-million-dollar estate donated to numerous charities, honoring her quiet but impactful philanthropy. Vivien Leigh, the iconic star of Gone with the Wind, left an indelible mark on cinema with her complex performances. Struggling with tuberculosis for much of her life, she passed at 53. Her $3 million estate was left to her daughter Maureen, along with personal letters and cherished possessions. Kirstie Alley, Emmy-winning actress known for Cheers and Look Who's Talking, died at 71 from colon cancer. Celebrated for her humor and charisma, she left behind a $40 million estate, divided between her children and several charities she had long supported, continuing her generosity beyond life. Their lights may have dimmed, but their last wishes still speak to us. If this touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe to stay with us.